Cheryl, and I want to thank you guys for coming here and checking out this channel, and let you know that some of my readings, most of my readings are really collective readings, but they're also geared towards people who are doing some of their shadow work, who are looking to learn the lessons based on the energy that is happening in the day, within the day, and within themselves. So today I'm going to use a 3-card spread, and I usually pull one card from this Denise Lynn deck because it kind of gives me an overview of what's going on. And then we will give you an answer to what are some obstacles and blocks that you may have in this area, or actions and advice. And lastly, I'll pull you some cards about messages from your higher self. Okay, so let's get started. Transformation, a fresh new way of living arises. All right, this is a big one, guys. All right, so first card is for you, and that is 4 of Pentacles. Don't have my glasses on. The next card is the situation or the conflict. I believe that's 9, right? 9 of Swords. And lastly, you're moving towards Lovers, which does not necessarily mean you're going to find a partner. Lovers can also really have to do with balancing both internally, the male and the divine female and divine masculine, and it also is about harmony and being able to bridge duality so that you can see all that there is, not just black and white. Okay, so I'm going to pull clarifying cards for each one of these and then see what we've got. Clarifying the 4 of Pentacles, I have the, I'm sorry, I can't see, Page of Cups. And clarifying the 9 of Swords, we have the Queen of Wands. And then clarifying the Lovers, we have the Ace of Cups. Nice, this is a nice spread. Okay, so it looks like what we're talking about here is that I'm going to say that cups can be love, it can also be resources. So this does seem actually like we are talking about some kind of relationship possibly, although I'll also interpret it for internal. So the 4 of Pentacles usually means, and this is you, that you are a little bit stuck. You perhaps are protective of your heart. See, these pentacles are protecting your heart. So you may be covering your heart chakra right now. You are not willing to be open right now. The clarifying is the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is really ready for a new beginning. The Page of Cups is sitting there prepared to move on to the next level, which would be Knights. So the pages also can mean a message. So you could also be receiving a message of love or support. The conflict is 9 of Swords. And if you notice, this is associated with the, I'm going to do it this way. This is associated with the throat chakra, the blue. And I often interpret this to mean, in this case, it's obsessive thinking, thinking over and over, over analyzing. And if you notice, there's also an owl in the background. So some of this is that whoever this message is for, you may also be getting messages through your dreams or through spirit animals, spirit guides like an owl or any kind of bird or animal. So you want to be paying attention to anything that comes up in your dreams. Sorry, need a little water. Anything that comes up in your dreams. If you are receiving messages by, anytime you see a bird or an animal, just search it and see what the symbolism is. Also connect with yourself and find out what messages that bird might be, or animal. I just connect a lot with birds. Whatever that animal is trying to tell you. Clarifying that is the Queen of Wands, which means you have everything you need. You are passionate, you are inspired, you are creative. You have the ability to lead others in your passion, in your creativity. And that this is really about feeling pretty stable, pretty comfortable in your own skin. So these I see as a progression. They're also helping each other. So the last card is possible outcome. It's the Lovers. And with this clarification is the Ace of Cups. So it sounds to me like there is an offering. You are being offered something from Spirit, and it is given from Spirit, and it is shining outward. It is gold. It is the light, the beginning of a new chapter. And so it does seem like you are going to be receiving possibly a message of love and reconnecting or connecting with somebody in a whole new way, where it balances the male and female, where it balances the action and the feeling. And this is the place that you are moving towards. What I'd like to do is give you a little bit more info. I will draw 3 cards for, the first will be obstacles and blocks. And I always use my little mini deck for that. So what are some obstacles and blocks that are interfering with this process? We have the 6 of Wands. We have strength. And we have 10 of Swords. Okay. So as we were talking about earlier, that the 9 of Swords, right, was you're really close to the end of a cycle. And clearly what the situation is you've got some old beliefs, perhaps conditioning from family, things that conditioning from our culture, religion, perhaps anything that has taught you your beliefs. And these are beliefs probably that no longer serve you, which is why you're being asked to give them up, to release these thoughts that actually are blocking you from your highest good. And the victory card is saying that you are passionate and that you can get victory, but you need to be careful that you gather your strength. You're not gonna accomplish that without using your inner strength. And so let's see, actions and advice. Okay, first card is the Sun. Freedom, vitality, health. We also have the Chariot. Oh, so this may be moving fairly quickly. And the Hermit, interesting. Okay. So the actions and advice here are that it is best to release all this thinking that's been in your way, to perhaps turn inward for a bit and contemplate, what am I looking for, what you actually want, as opposed to what you don't want, focusing on things that are blocks. And it looks like it's going to be moving fairly quickly, or Spirit thinks you need to move quickly. And I'll give you, I will give you the last but not least messages from your higher self. the Magician, and that means you got it all. You're ready. 7 of Wands and 8 of Cups. Okay, so you will be moving on from these. Any place where you are feeling like you need to stand, well, actually, regroup. So the Magician is telling you have everything you need to move forward to serve your highest good and therefore the world. And that you may need to stand your ground because there may be some part of you or others that are questioning what you want to do, or may have it may get in your way, basically. So it's important for you to stand your ground. And the last cup, 8 of Cups, last card, 8 of Cups, really is talking about moving on. You're happy, you've accomplished a lot, you've gotten some love and loving relationships, but you only have 8 cups, so we're moving towards more. You are ready to move on to the next level. I actually am going to help, right now I'm going to do a quick reading of this in terms of interpersonally, and I'm going to use myself as an example. So in terms of seeing myself, I am, or I have been, protecting my heart. I'm a little bit scared. For me, this is about internally and for stepping out right here on YouTube. So I have been scared. I have the resources, but I, for whatever reason, have really faced some internal resistance about showing up here and being seen here. Not quite at the bottom of it yet, but I do know I'm supposed to just keep moving. So that's what I'm doing. Excuse me. The Page of Cups is also saying that I am a little bit anxious, not really sure exactly where I'm going, but that I'm ready and that I am preparing to move forward. It also, for me, has meant that I've received plenty of messages about this, moving forward in this way through spirit, through words that I hear from other people, other readings. So that is about me. The next card is, right, the conflict. Trust me, I have tons of obsessive thinking that I want to go over it and over it. I perhaps overanalyze at times. But really the Queen of Wands is that I do have everything I need, and that I need to get rid of the unproductive thinking, and that also I do get messages in my dreams, and that I have to be paying more attention to that. I try to write in a journal the things that come up during my dreams, because there's always a message there. I don't always know it right away, but that's okay. And I am finding the possible outcome is the Lovers, and for me, I am learning to balance the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And for me, that means I'm very connected to emotions. I'm very connected to my intuition. And I have trouble balancing when my thinking tells me something other than what my intuition is telling me. Then I sometimes lose that balance. And also I have a tendency to get stuck. I'll think a lot about things. I'll have emotions, but taking that first step is difficult. So I am beginning to master that by stepping out here. There's action associated with the divine masculine. And that I am being offered this opportunity. Look, I have everything I need. Doesn't take a whole lot. Not that I didn't try to find a lot of things, but I have everything I need. I have been given from Spirit the information, the resources, and the full love to go about this, whether I'm anxious or not. That's just another example of how you can read this internally. And all the same goes that, you know, the blocks for me are that I need to gather my strength, let go of those thoughts. I am in the process of healing, and this is freeing me up, certainly freeing my energy. It feels like it's moving quickly. I'm using my will and determination. And basically I'm a Virgo and a hermit, like introvert, I love to contemplate and think. So those are the actions I need to do. And then lastly, I have messages for my higher self. You got this. Keep going. Move forward one step after the other and stand tall. All right. I hope that this message has given you something to work with, whether it's a word, one of the pictures, or something that I've said. Please know that if you are here watching this video, there's definitely something here for you. And thanks again for coming, and I will see you next time.